One of the biggest mistakes beginner gardeners make isn't planting too late, it's waiting too long to harvest. The good news is your vegetables will actually tell you when they're ready. Today, we'll show you the simple signs to look for so you can harvest with confidence instead of guessing. And stay with us until the end for this week's garden guide, a beginner's harvest guide you can screenshot and save for your next trip into the garden. Let's start with tomatoes because they're one of the easiest vegetables to second guess. A tomato is usually ready when it has developed its full color and gives just a little when you gently squeeze it. If it still feels very firm, it probably needs another day or two. When it's ready, gently twist it off the vine or use a pair of garden snips if the stem is stubborn. Bush beans are one of the easiest vegetables to harvest, but timing makes a big difference. Pick them while they're still firm, smooth, and before the beans inside begin to bulge. Younger beans are usually more tender and flavorful. The best part is that harvesting often encourages the plant to produce even more beans, so don't be afraid to keep picking as they're ready. Cucumbers grow quickly, especially during the summer, so it's a good idea to check them every day or two. They taste best when they're firm, dark green, and before they become oversized. If you wait too long, they can become bitter and develop large seeds. When you're ready to harvest, use garden snips or scissors to cut the stem instead of pulling on the vine. It's an easy way to protect the plant so it keeps producing. So far we've harvested tomatoes, bush beans, and cucumbers, but we're not finished yet. There are still a couple more vegetables to look at, and at the end of the video, we'll share this week's summer harvest guide, a quick reference sheet you can save for your next trip into the garden. Peppers are a little different because you don't have to wait for them to change color. Green peppers are fully edible and delicious, but if you leave them on the plant a little longer, many varieties will turn red, yellow, or orange and become a bit sweeter. Once they've reached a good size, simply snip the stem instead of pulling on the plant to avoid damaging the branches. If you've ever discovered a giant zucchini hiding under the leaves, you're not alone. While they can grow surprisingly large, zucchini usually taste best when they're picked at about 6 to 8 inches long. They're more tender, have smaller seeds, and are perfect for fresh eating. The bonus? Harvesting often encourages the plant to keep producing throughout the season. Here's this week's summer harvest guide. It's a quick way to remember what signs to look for and how to harvest each vegetable with confidence. If you'd like to keep it handy, go ahead and pause the video here and take a screenshot before we continue. Every vegetable you harvest is proof that you're learning something new. Don't worry about getting everything perfect. Gardening is a journey, and every season teaches us something we didn't know before. Celebrate the small victories, enjoy the process, and remember, every harvest builds confidence. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoy simple gardening tips after 50, we'd love to have you subscribe and join us here at Blueberry Hill Creatives. We're here to help make gardening feel easy, more peaceful, and a little less overwhelming. Until next time, start small and keep it simple.